Some brief thoughts on 1982's Visiting Hours. So, this movie was advertised to me as a slasher. It's not. It's definitely a suspense slash thriller movie. Stars Michael Ironside and Lee Grant, and nominally William Shatner, although his character really adds virtually nothing to the movie. It's kind of just a paycheck for him. Anyway, Lee Grant plays a crusading journalist who takes the side of a woman who terribly disfigured her husband, claiming self-defense, and then was found guilty at trial anyway. That's not really explored too much in the movie, but someone takes issue with her stance on this, decides to break into her house and kill her, basically. She survives. The killer escapes. She goes into the hospital for treatment for the surface wounds that she experiences. None of the wounds they showed were very difficult, or excuse me, were very severe. Although for some reason she has to have surgery. It's never explained what she's having surgery on or for. Anyway, the would-be killer finds out that she's still alive, goes to the hospital to try and kill her. Yada, yada, yada. Some stuff happens. It's not a bad movie. It's kind of a slow burn. There is a little bit of backstory for a couple of the characters, particularly Michael Ironside, who does a tremendous job as Colt Hawker, the psycho killer. He's really creepy, and I appreciate that, frankly. Lee Grant, her character is mostly without agency, which is kind of frustrating. She spends a lot of time screaming and yelling for help, while sometimes locking herself in bathrooms and such. She kind of takes a back seat for a good chunk of the movie, and I cannot remember the actress's name, but the nurse who has decided that Lee Grant is her personal responsibility, then becomes the focus of the killer. Some stuff happens. She becomes a victim. She doesn't die, so I'll give you that. And then we're back to Lee Grant and Michael Ironside. Really, this is one of those movies that plays it pretty safe. Takes very few chances. There's relatively little gore for a movie that's centered around murder. It's okay. I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't thrilled with it either. It has a very predictable, very safe plot by plot point march towards the inevitable. Won't tell you what the inevitable is, but if you've seen any of these types of movies, you know what it is. Come on. We know. The final girl, whether she is a middle-aged lady or not, is still a final girl. And you know the final girl will never be killed. So, anyway, 1982's Visiting Hours. Wasn't thrilled, but didn't dislike it. It does have Michael Ironside, who is generally good for a decent performance. It has William Shatner, if you want to see him in his awkward, definitely not young, but not quite old Shatner phase. A little awkward. Really, really bad dye job in his hair. But you know what? If it makes him happy, more power to you, William. Anyway, like I said, 1982's Visiting Hours. A sort of slasher, mostly suspense movie that takes place partially in a hospital. It was advertised as taking place the entire time in the hospital. It didn't. Oh well. It's okay. It's not streaming anywhere. I did buy the DVD, but it came in a double feature set from Shout Factory with Bad Dreams, which I will watch probably tomorrow or maybe the day after. So, like I said, I don't regret seeing the movie. I wasn't thrilled with it. You want to watch it? Go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. See ya.